Can I firstly acknowledge the traditional owners of the land upon which we meet and pay my respects to elders past and present. I'd also like to acknowledge Simon Walker for inviting me to speak to you today, albeit virtually. And congratulations to everyone who has been involved with putting on the 31st National Centre for Vocational Education Research Conference today. This is my second time as the Minister for Skills and Training, as a position I briefly held 9 years ago in the previous Labor government. And I'm honoured and excited to hold this portfolio once again because of the opportunity it affords to move this country in the right direction. With the right policy settings, we can see more Australians in secure, well-paid jobs with purpose, and Australia becoming an economic powerhouse. As a government, we have a responsibility to address a growing skills deficit, which will impact economic growth and productivity. We need to identify and address the skills shortages that Australia is seeing now and, importantly, prepare for what our future skill needs will look like. Today, I'd like to outline our government's plan for more Australians to acquire the skills they need to future-proof their livelihoods, boost our productivity and make us competitive on the world stage. We know Australians are willing and ready to train, not only for the jobs that need doing now, but also for future jobs. I understand that in 2020, in fact, 1 in 5 working Australians were pursuing vocational education and training. We need to ensure this enthusiasm sees people through to the completion of their education and beyond. It's well known the biggest challenge facing Australian businesses and organisations across the board right now is that they are struggling to find the staff they need to be fully operational. We want these businesses and organisations to not only stay open, but more importantly, to thrive. To address what is a growing skills crisis, we must focus on targeted investments in skills and training. Growth areas are emerging in renewable energy, education, information, technology, and the caring industries. To meet the demands of an ageing population, the size of the aged and disability care workforce will need to climb by 28% in the 5 years to 2026. By 2030, 1.2 million jobs are likely to be tech-related. To accelerate progress in the renewable energy sector, we require more electrical engineers, geologists and scientists. Meanwhile, there's no letting up of the need for people with more traditional skills, like hairdressers, bricklayers, painters and carpenters. It is vital our vocational education training sector is up to scratch if it's to meet both the requirements of the employers and expectations of the students now and into the future. Of the 1.2 million projected new jobs being created over the next 5 years, 9 out of 10 of those jobs are likely to require post-secondary education. Training not only improves the prospects of individuals, it also strengthens our economy, allowing businesses to find the workers they need to prosper and to expand. That's why we are committed to restoring the TAFE system, so that TAFE is at the heart of vocational education and training in Australia. This commitment includes 465,000 fee-free TAFE places so people can obtain qualifications in areas that are crying out for skilled labour. A $50 million investment in TAFE Technology Fund will go towards infrastructure improvements for facilities, workshop laboratories and telehealth simulators across the country. $100 million is being invested in 10,000 new energy apprenticeships. Businesses benefiting from our investment in the new energy sector range from those involved with rooftop solar installation and maintenance to those at the forefront of producing low-cost green hydrogen. We will be guided by the establishment of a new and independent agency, Jobs and Skills Australia, to keep us up to date with existing and emerging workforce trends. Drawing upon the expertise of states and territory governments, business leaders, unions, education providers, I am confident the work of Jobs and Skills Australia will transform training so it can better respond to future demand, preventing emerging industries from being held back by skill shortages. It's clear that too many Australians are missing out on the skills training after the neglect of the last 9 years by the previous government. For nearly a decade, the Liberal National Government cut TAFE and slashed apprenticeships. For example, today we have 70,000 fewer apprenticeships and traineeships compared to 2013. Learning new skills, innovating and creating new knowledge is key to increasing productivity and supporting future growth. We need to make sure people are trained in the right areas, not only for the jobs that we need right now, but also the jobs of the future. I trust you will find the next couple of days interesting and informative. I believe this year's program includes more than 30 presentations, Q&A shows, workshops and networking sessions. I look forward to hearing your feedback and thoughts on how we can continue to assist the vet sector with responding to Australia's shifting skills demand. Our best resource is our people, and we are committed to investing in the skills Australians need most. I look forward to working with you as well as many others as we tackle these challenges ahead. I wish you all the very best for your conference.